Wait, hang on. Oh, right there, I guess. Just in here. Oh, there's a chest. We may as well grab both. Grab that as well. And then we'll get back on board. And head off. Go exploring. Or maybe we'll advance the quest. Advance the main quest. Yes. You can tell I mainly play fantasy RPGs. Of the city I called home for nigh 2 decades, I have nothing but fond memories. Boston was a place of great beauty and peace. Which Boston? There are several. Obviously, there's Boston, Massachusetts is the big one, and Boston in Lincolnshire, I think it is. After which I assume the one in Massachusetts is named because Americans keep stealing our names. And French names. And Spanish names. Like, knew this! Or just outright stealing it. Not imaginative. I say that knowing that there is a meteor crater in America that is called Meteor Crater. I shouldn't be so... Yeah. Right, of the city I called home. Right, Boston was a place of great beauty and peace. If it's Boston, Massachusetts, I don't know, because I've never been to a Boston. So, I can't speak of that. My father was a cobbler by trade, and my mother kept a modest house, as she raised me as best she could. And together we lived along the southern shores, near the wharfs that saw the tall ships in their comings and goings, shuttling all manner of goods to and from this young colony. Boston, so it's Boston, Massachusetts. I knew it wasn't Boston, Lincolnshire, because it was talking about coast. I remember being always fascinated by this ship. Unless there's another Boston in America. Where's Massachusetts? That's not exactly the coast, is it? Is it? My United States of America geography is terrible. I remember being always fascinated by those ships and the promised adventure they presaged, and it was not for want of distraction or imagination that I spent many a morning sitting upon the docks to watch them enter the harbour from locations afar, or disappear from it, sinking into the horizon as silently as a dream. I wondered then what lay beyond that thin line of azure, and in wondering set the course of my desire. I wished to travel, to discover. So it was that I knew from those early days I would not live out my life in Boston, but would range far and wide in search of the source of the strange secrets within me. Of that more should be writ at another time, but let it be known that I was content for a time, and I loved my parents very much. I don't know why I get out at the feet. Ooh, shanties. Hey, and up. Right, drunken sailor, yeah. England, old Ireland, England, old Ireland, England, old Ireland, holy, holy ho. Holy, holy ho. Oh, don't yous hear the old man say, goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well. Oh, don't yous hear the old man say, hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. We're homeward bound to Liverpool town. Goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well. Where all them duties they will come down, hurrah, me boys, we're homeward bound. And when we gets to the Wallasey gates, goodbye, fare ye well, goodbye, fare ye well. Oh, okay, I know exactly where this is. This is my neck of the woods. Liverpool and Wallasey. Delightful. So yes, it's in England. Yes, it's in England. It's yeah, so Merseyside. Liverpool, probably one of the biggest docks. Memory serves, given the royal charter by King John. Secret upgrades are available. Hang on. This game's lying to me. Oops, sorry. No. And Liverpool became a massive, biggest port. The liver building there has 2 liver birds. One facing in. I can get these now. That's good to know. Standard ram, the round shot strength. Ooh. Heavy shot. Amounts of damage. Heavy shot does more damage, but you have to buy them. We'll get the ram. So, on the liver building, there are 2 liver birds. One looking out to sea, one looking into the city. And the... I don't want to say the rule, but the what part of the folklore behind them that I know, so it might be wrong. I was going to save money for a new ship, for a new swords, wasn't I? No, I don't like buying things here. I'm going to stop it. I know I've just done it, but I'd rather go out and get it. But come on, brain. No, go away. Unless it's a hat.
Captain has the helm.
But the kind of folklore is, and I mean the proper folklore, not the ridiculous kind of commercialization of the whole thing. The folklore is that the liver bird looking out to sea is female, looking out to a sailor love who is returning, so would be homeward bound from that shanty. And the liver bird looking inward is the male liver bird who's looking out to the pubs to see his friends. And probably also the booze, I'd guess. So, random facts. Oh my goodness, where is it? Is this just... Right, memory says we need to face these head on. Yeah. Storms don't normally come on like that. Yeah, we're in a restricted area, right? I think we can avoid them. This is quite scary. I like it. Having almost no control over things at the moment. That's probably more than I've said about where I'm from before. I think I've mentioned I'm from Liverpool before. Well, Merseyside. You can tell I'm from Merseyside due to my incredibly thick Scouse accent. Hey. And we're pulling in. So I'll do this job for Kid. Trying to think, who's Master Kid again? Can I not? Alright. Whoa, what are we doing? Why are we turning around? Why are we reversing? I didn't realise that ships had had gears.
Get up those shrouds, let's move.
Oh, we've already done everything on this island already, haven't we? I suppose that we're meant to be doing it now, aren't we? But I assume that we don't have the wee little boats because we technically aren't on this island because we've not docked. Ah well. Oh, it's you, eh?
Why, look. It's the bastard son of the late William Kidd. Still a mere boy, and yet 10 times the demon his father was.
Fancy seeing you here, Kenway. Still looking sleek and mean. Did you steal that costume from a dandy in Havana?
No, sir. I found this on a corpse. One that was walking about and talking shite to my face only moments before.
Huh.
So, what's this I hear about a planned raid on a plantation? Not keeping secrets from me, are you?
Not very well. Every day, schooners packed with sugar sail past, coming from plantations nearby. Most times they stop here, sell off a few crates. There's one man visiting today that'd earn you a fine profit. So if you'd like to rob his plantation, I'll point him out.
I would.
It's gonna be Steed, innit?
Is it a Mr. Beckford that owns this plantation?
That's the man.
Alright.
He owns dozens round these islands, and he's bloody rich.
Just the sort I like to see robbed.
His agent is around here somewhere. Find and follow him, and he'll lead you straight to your prize.
Of course you can't run, can you?
It gladdens me to hear your saying so. But despite the waywardness of your enterprise here, I understand that you are men of discernment.
But yeah, that Master Kidd. Wee bit suspicious. And it might just be that he's had a hard life, but I don't know, the voice sounds off to me.
Burford, Manning, to me. We've done with this place.
Aye, sir. What's our course?
We'll return to the plantation and there take stock of our inventory. It was a good harvest this year.
You might not talk so loud, son. This isn't anything like a friendly report, Ken.
Nonsense, man. I had a delightful conversation with a chap just now. We came to quite an understanding.
As you say, sir.
All up and unfurl, boys. We're going home.
Stand still.
No. What? What do you mean? I wasn't detected. Well, I was detected, but you didn't tell me I couldn't be. You said, get to the Jackdaw's wheel.
Boys, we're going home.
And I did go to the I was heading towards the Jackdaw. Don't tell me I need to do something. Or don't not tell me about doing something when I need to do it.
Captain, you have the look of a man crafting a bold idea. Look I've seen before.
You mark well, Annie. I've just overheard one of the Beckford's
Oh my
men
goodness.
talking grandly about his plantation and all the cargo he's keeping there. And it gave me the idea that I might take these goods off him and sell them off for a better price than he'd ever ask.
Ah, a man of vision. I like this idea.
Oh, I see. Because this is a restricted area. So he would have spotted me if I were there. But as I ain't, he won't. I assume we have to go undetected. Restricted areas are areas you're not supposed to be in. Ships will instantly detect an attack if you enter their field of view, which are on the map in yellow. Yes.
We must tread lightly. This These waters are well guarded,
Hold
sir.
on it. It's trouble afoot.
I see them.
Stay out of combat. Oh, so it doesn't matter if I get detected, per se. As long as I assume it's not by him. Going off to loot.
Some wrecked cargo adrift here, sir. Refit all top. 4! Hold up all but names.
Okay, there's a lot of things around at the moment, that's worrisome. I might have to go around.
Loose all and trim sharp to the wind.
Might have to go around behind
The
him.
wind, for all she's worth.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I think we're clear, sir. Hostile warship closing. Cutter. Cutters are England. Think she's a cutter. Royal Bloody Navy. They're all alone, sir.
I'm not sure I've said this, but the Royal Navy, the Royal Air Force, but the British Army, and the reason for that, a random historical fact that just popped into my head, the reason for that is the Navy and the Air Force were both seen as necessary for the defence of the nation, and therefore, because they were all part of the nation as a whole, they were controlled by the Crown, the Royal Navy. Conversely, due to us originally being a feudal state, the army was maintained by the nobility.
This man's working for Peter Beckford's people. Do you know them? The Beckfords and their sugar empire.
Aye. Beckford and the Draxes. I never worked their plantations, but I knew their names from hearing other men curse them.
But you worked the plantation, no?
A modest one, aye. As a striker in the boiling house.
Boiling house? Was it water they boiled? Something else?
Cane juices. It's a hard process making sugar. Dangerous. Must be why it fetches such a fair price.
What's it like? Toiling on a plantation day and night.
Well, with the cane sugar cut and harvested, it's run between two metal rollers that crush the juice from the plant. After collecting the juice, it was time to boil away the waters from the sugar. This we did in catches made of copper. Let me tell you, brother, boiling sugar is nearly the hottest thing on earth. Just a touch on the skin will stick like woodline and burn on, leaving a terrible scar.
Jesus.
So, as I was saying, British...
Aubrey, come in! Soldier here, sir!
the
Please survive! Douse all but me!
the British Army...
It's a risk to anchor too close. The soldiers roving the plantation would catch us for sure.
Drop here then and sneak ashore. We'll look after the jackdaw.
Stop talking about plot, I'm trying to talk. So, the British Army, so because it was feudal, it was not controlled directly by the king, it was controlled by the various noblemen. And therefore, it's the British Army, because the king didn't really have much of a say in it.